Nation, salute. Hey, man, y'all done it again. Hey, Darth Vader, this shout out goes to you, Darth Vader. Listen, I woke up this morning to another blessing. My brother from another mother, Darth Vader, bless your boy here with a Cash App donation. Man, y'all be making me feel so loved and appreciated, man. I cannot, thank you enough. You know what I'm saying? And like I say, I promise y'all, I'm gonna get back on the content. I'm just going through some things with my basement being, flooded. Matter of fact, my plumber just left. The plumber just left, and it's some serious stuff going on, man. Something going on in the backyard where they gotta come dig the whole. Well, I ain't gonna say the whole entire backyard up. You just say it's a trap or something that's done collapsed, and until that's fixed, I'm gonna always be having flooding issues in my basement. So we working on arrangements to get a contractor out here to dig that the backyard up to fix whatever that need to be fixed, because I'm tired of going through it. You feel me? I got my water pump. He was like, continue to keep the water levels down by pumping the water out, because I don't want my furnace and my hot water tank and my washer and dryer to be fucked up, basically. But anyway, it ain't about that. It's about my brother Darth Vader. Man, no, just yesterday it was Sean Scott. The brother Sean Scott blessed me twice in one day. Then I wake up and we got Darth Vader, a cash app donation from Darth Vader, man. Man, come on, y'all. Listen, brother, I just want to say thank you. Thank you to everybody else that has ever, donated. Man, I appreciate y'all. I always gonna say thank you, and show gratitude, because y'all ain't got to do shit. You feel me? I don't got something in my eye. So I just want to say thank you, Darth Vader. Thank you, Sean Scott. Thank you to everybody else that has ever donated. All right, I appreciate you. Thank you. Y'all stay safe out there. Stay savage ready. I'm probably gonna go live again because I gotta make up. I ain't really been, filming the content like I should be doing. But like I said, it's a lot. It's a lot going on, man. It's a lot going on. There's no excuses, but it's more coming. What I'm really looking forward to. I gotta get my ass to the range. I ain't been to the range in a long time. Like, I got several firearms that I haven't even. Oh, I said the word firearms, so YouTube probably gonna disable this. YouTube probably gonna disable the comments because I said the word firearm. Ain't that a bitch? But I need to get my ass to the range. But it's right now I got a lot on my plate trying to get this basement back right. A lot of other some other stuff that's going on, and but it's coming. Put it that way, it's coming. It's coming. You feel me? But anyway, let me shout out to everybody in here, all 12 people that's in here. Let me try to look at some of these. What's up, Carlos? What's good with it, brother? What up, though? Big Cam, what's good with it? You got that AR for a a standing ass savage. Yeah, brother, a stanking ass savage. But yeah, you got to be ready for these funky ass savages, man. They will try you at any, Let me just say this, man. It's been like this where anything could happen. Damn, I've been drinking my Rockstar zero sugar Rockstar energy drink because I need the energy because I've been, up monitoring this damn basement. But it's gonna be all gravy when they dig that motherfucker up. But anyway, shit can go down. Remember this, y'all. Shit can pop off at any time, any day, anywhere. So you have to be savage ready at all times, man. That's just the way it is. These days that we living in, if you got your license to carry, I highly advise you to carry. And when I say that, on that note, I'm not trying to say go out there and be looking for trouble, but you don't have to look for trouble. Trouble will find you, and people will try to take your life. And under those circumstances, you send them to Funky Town. Anybody that poses a threat to your life, and when I say threat to your life, when you feel like your life is in imminent danger of somebody doing like what's the word, deadly force on you, where your life is on the line, don't risk it. Get them before they get you. It's just as simple as that. Get them before they get you. That's all I'm saying. I ain't don't take it and run with it and be like I'm advocating y'all going out there looking for trouble and being a vigilante or a badass or something like that. And another thing, if you find yourself with somebody you having a feud with or a confrontation with, get the fuck out of that confrontation. That shit ain't worth it. You can get people, it's negative people out there that got miserable lives or they just hate their life, and they project that shit off on you because they not happy with their life or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And now that negative energy, they're trying to dump that shit off on you. And if you feed into it and match that negative energy, it's not gonna end well. You got to remember this. No matter what circumstances you find yourself at in this life, whether you're happy or you're not, you still got your life, and you got a lot to live for. Whether it's just for you living, or you got a family you got to take care of, or you got loved ones that love you. You got your freedom, you got your rights. The minute you get into it with an ain't shit savage, and you get it. You buy into that shit and match their energy, and you feeding into that shit, and you do something off of your emotions instead of your intelligence, it ain't gonna end well for you. You either gonna be dead or in jail, or broke for all of the lawyers and shit that you gotta hire and shit. You feel me? So the most simple thing I can say is walk away. Walk away. If your life is not being in imminent danger of you losing your life or fear of your life, get the fuck out of there. Walk away. Because I've seen so many times where the person refused to walk away and they in jail now. They behind bars, and they like, damn, man, what the fuck was I thinking? I'm regretting the decision that I made, because shit can happen, man, and like in a matter of seconds, you feel me? In a matter of seconds, shit can pop off and go down, man. So if what I'm trying to say is, if you see you got motherfuckers out there that's going for bad for whatever reason, and they'll try to flex on you, whatever, call you a bitch, call you a punk, fuck you, what you gonna do about it? Them the type of idiots that they ain't got shit to lose, and you got everything to lose. So be the bigger person, walk away, avoid confrontations, avoid conflict, but if they force that shit on you, and they pulling a weapon on you, then you have no choice to do what you got to do to protect your life if it come to that. But by all means, don't even let the shit escalate to that point, unless they trying to corner you and not let you get out of that situation. You feel me? So it's all kind of trickery, slickery slopes. You can slide down. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is keep a cool head. Don't let nobody. I don't give a fuck what the circumstances may be, road rage or whatever. Don't let nobody break your cool, because the minute they break your cool, you ain't thinking right. Because right now, your brain is being fueled by your emotions, your anger, and emotions is can be deadly, because you no longer thinking rational. You thinking off of your emotions. Oh, this motherfucker done did this. Oh, let me show you. That's the problem right there. Let me show you that I ain't no motherfucking punk. And I've noticed, like, it's so many people out there, and I'm talking about the people that got a license to carry, man. You know, they so quick to pull their gun to resolve a dispute, and that ain't it. That ain't the way it was meant to be. You pull that motherfucker when you feel like your life is hanging from a string. You feel me? You at the end. That's your last resort. You pulling your firearm. That mean that you feel like they about to try to kill you. That you about to die. That's the only way you utilize that motherfucker and pull your shit. You did. And I'm just gonna, I'm gonna be honest with you. A lot of people out there doing that shit. You got some fucked up individuals that legally can carry a gun, and they literally out there. Give me a reason to pull my shit. Give me a reason to do it, and that's not what it's for. That's not what it's for. So just be careful, y'all. Because like I say, shit can go down. You could be going to go get you some French fries from McDonald's and run into one of them motherfuckers, or a savage or something that's trying to carjack you, and they willing to take your life over your car. If they don't got to jump on you, man, what can you do if they got a gun to your head? Give up the car. You can always get another car, especially if you got insurance on it. It's going to be replaced anyway. But you can't replace your life. It ain't worth your life. But you got some people that it's about the principle of it. Now, you're not gonna take my car. You're not gonna you ain't taking my shit. I'm a man. Fuck that. No, you a fool. Give that motherfucker up, man. It's a lot of people that's had the drop put on them, and they refuse to give it up. And I understand you don't work hard for your shit, and you are honest working. You don't hustle hard, work hard, and then to let another motherfucker just come and take your hard work from you. I mean, that's a hard pill to swallow. But at the end of the day, you got to look at the bigger picture. The bigger picture is that shit worth you losing your life over? And I say no, it's not. So if you let them get the drop on you, try to survive and live another day, man, and learn from that lesson, man. That's why I say at all times, keep your head on a swivel. You feel me? Keep your head on a swivel at all times. Because like I say, man, anything can happen. It could go down anywhere, anytime, any place. And you just got to be ready for it. You feel me? We living in some fucked up times. You hear me? So stay armed, arm yourself. But I don't went into one of my rants or whatever, man. I'm just trying to tell y'all what I think is the right thing to do and how to move. You got to know how to move. You feel me? I lost a nephew last October. He made a mistake that cost him his life, man. He wasn't being tactical in the situation, and he died for no reason. You feel me? Because the savage the situation that popped off, they didn't go to jail. You know what I'm saying? So it's fucked up. So trust me when I say this shit hit home. And when you pull that motherfucking gun, if you have to, it better be your last resort. and you better use it when you pull it. Okay? Because if you pull it and you don't use it, the other person may have a gun, and once when you pull that gun, you don't already took it to the ultimate. It cannot be escalated no higher than that. And that other person, if they have a gun on them and you don't pull yours first and didn't use it, what you think they gonna do? They gonna pull it and they gonna get you before you get them. And that's how my nephew died back in October. He pulled it just, to show motherfuckers, hey, I got a gun, get the fuck on. I told you to leave. But he fucked up. And now he's out there in the cemetery. You feel me? He's in the cemetery. And because he pulled his first and dropped it to his side, so where he fucked up at, apparently if he didn't, when he pulled it and he didn't use it, his life wasn't really in imminent danger, right? Would you agree with me? And I don't mean to cast judgment on him, but I'm trying to say this to y'all. I don't want y'all to end up like my nephew. So don't, if you have to pull that motherfucking gun, use that bitch. Because he pulled his, didn't use it, and he paid the ultimate price for that shit. So that this subject is very what's the word for it? It's just very, very serious to me. I don't want to see none of y'all out there hurt. I don't never want to see any of y'all in the situation what happened to my nephew back in October. You feel me? So I got to get the word out. Just listen to me. It's people out there, negative people out there that would try to suck your happiness away. And because their life is so full of toxic and negativity, you feel me? And when you get around them, they're going to project that shit off on you and use any excuse to go off on you because they're not happy with their life for whatever reason. It's crazy motherfuckers out there that's like that. And they will piss you the fuck off. I'm not, everybody is human. Everybody got emotions. People can do something and call you a bitch or whatever. And it'll piss you off and it'll make you want to pull your shit. Hell. But you can't fall for that trap. Because you got to remember at the end of the day, man, life goes on, man. My nephew out there in the cemetery, he died for nothing. He died a stupid ass death, man. He died for nothing. Senseless. And nobody went to jail for it because it was self-defense. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. You feel me? I'm gonna keep the shit 100. Somebody pull a gun out on me and I ain't got no other recourse to leave or whatever, then motherfucker, you don't made a mistake. Because right now I'm not gonna be in a situation where I'm hoping and guessing or I praying that you're not gonna shoot me. If you pull one on me, then I ain't got no choice but to put you down because you a deadly threat to me. I'm not advocating taking a life, but I'm gonna open up on you until that threat is over. That's all I'm saying. So I'm keeping it 100 with you right now. Don't be one of them motherfuckers out there that's just hot-headed. Oh, you don't piss me the fuck off. Let me pull my shit. Nah, that's stupid. That's dumb. It's gonna get your ass killed or get you locked up. It's gonna get you in a situation that ain't good for you. And all you gotta do is just, pipe down and get the fuck out of that situation. Get the fuck out of that situation. But you know what, Darth Vader? Thank you, brother, for that donation. I got to do a live again. I need to get my brother Saint the Realist. We need to talk about some, just go live. Another thing I want to do in the future, I got to do another gun review. I want all my Gun Freak Nation members. I'm going to set it up, put the email out there. Send me your best Funky Town senders. It's got to be your best ones. You know me, I'm not gonna talk. I don't talk shit about people's guns, man, because anything is better than nothing. But send me your best Funky Town sender, And we gonna go live and we gonna showcase them motherfuckers. I ain't about to rate nobody's shit. I'm just gonna be like, hey man, it's a celebration. You know, you savage ready. I don't give a fuck if it's a high point. Send that bitch in. It needs to be celebrated because guess what? You you savage ready. You know what I'm saying? You savage ready. So it ain't about clowning somebody gun and trying to shit on somebody gun, man. At least you got one. It's a lot of people, believe it or not, ain't got one, and they could potentially be a future victim. You feel me? But once again, Darth Vader, my brother, I appreciate you. I'm sorry, y'all. I ain't even been looking at the comments, man. Okay, Big Cam ran into a dude at American Deli, and he was waking. We're walking around with an AR pistol, looking as if someone was after him, and I left as soon as possible because I kept looking around as if he was scared and up to no good. Hey, Big Cam, brother, I gotta salute you. You did the right thing. If you sense if you sense something about to go down, get the fuck up out of there. You know what I'm saying? Hey, good afternoon, guns don't argue. What's up, Thomas? Yeah, I saw that protest, Elijah Sands. I saw it, man. It was crazy. It's yeah. It was I get their point of view why they doing it because a lot of innocent people that didn't have nothing to do with October 7th over there uh got killed, man. Over I believe they say over 10,000 or 15,000 kids, man. That's unacceptable, man. If it was one, that's unacceptable. So it's wrong done on both sides, and it's innocent people on both sides, man. So it's fucked up. It's fucked up. I appreciate you, Lego man. Then I saw where like 4 cops got killed. God bless their soul. 4 cops got killed, I think, yesterday, man, in some type of standoff, man. Shit is crazy. Elijah Sands trained at home with an unloaded gun in a room with no ammo on drawing your firearm from holster or bag. Yep. I suggest that too. What up, though? DT Lot. I feel you, bro. Cooking with the loved ones some more. Hey, what's good with it? Shout out to Texas. Elijah Sands, they had an old lady get pistol whipped for her purse. Man, that's the worst of the worst, man. These savages don't give a fuck, though. I wish the elderly lady would have had a gun and handled her business. You feel me? They like my own mom won't listen to me and arm up. I was shot 2 times in my stomach going to corner store, West Side, Jacksonville, Florida for no reason. Never again. Listen, I'm sorry about that, brother. I'm sorry that happened to you, and I'm sorry that your mom, is not really taking her personal safety serious, because I'm gonna tell you something, man. If somebody get the drop on you or a home invasion, you fucked because you don't have no means to fight back, man. Anytime when you're depending on somebody else to save you, you fucked. You don't never want to be in that situation where you depending on somebody else to come to your rescue, a knight in shining armor. You got to be your own knight in shining armor, man. Maybe you can have your mom watch some of my videos about home invasions, and maybe that might persuade her to change her mind. But then again, some people just stuck in their ways, and they just you not gonna be able to get to everybody, man. And if you live at home with your mom, at least you can be there to protect her if some shit go down. You feel me? But I do wish that she would reconsider it. But I get it. Some people just don't like firearms for whatever reason. They just don't like them. I mean, it could have been something they done went through in life. That's where a firearm done, traumatized them. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell y'all something personally that happened in my life, man. My mom. I shouldn't say this. Rest in peace, Mom. I love you. But my mom accidentally, should I say this? This is too personal. My mom accidentally shot my brother, my oldest brother. It ain't funny. Both of them. Rest in peace to both of them. Rest in peace to both of them. She accidentally shot Kurt, my oldest brother, who passed away. My oldest brother Kurt passed away back in 2018, and my mom passed away back in 2017. But this shit happened in the 80s, man. And my brothers had got into it with somebody, and the savage that they got into it with came in front of our house, and my own mom. I'm talking all. I'm talking all this stuff. That's why I'm telling you. I know this shit from personal experience. This motherfucking savage came in front of the house talking cash shit, threatening to do this, kill us and everything. I don't know, they was beefing with him or whatever, and he took it to the front of the house. And everybody know in the 80s, you a bad motherfucker if you show up to somebody's house talking shit and threatening to bust your front windows out. So when he was talking all that shit and walking up on my brother, which is her son, my mom grabbed that, I think it was a 38 or a 32 or a 22. All I know is that motherfucker was a revolver. And when that savage saw when my mom pulled that goddamn pistol, that motherfucker, he took 2 steps back. And my mom, instead of my mom shooting up in the air, she shot down in the ground. She wasn't trying to shoot him. She was just trying to scare his ass. But the bullet hit the sidewalk and ricocheted up and hit my brother right in the jaw. And thank God when the bullet struck he was talking, arguing back with the motherfucker, and the bullet just went through here and went off the other side. You feel me? And when he went to the hospital, the doctor said that if his mouth would have been shut, closed or something, when that bullet hit, it could have easily went up and went into his brain and killed him. So thank God he was arguing back with the savage, and his mouth happened to be open, and that come from the bullet hitting the concrete on the sidewalk. So, and Mama didn't even go to jail for that one. Mama didn't even go to jail back then in the 80s. The police didn't give a fuck. I guess they considered it self-defense or something. I don't know, but she didn't go to jail. I think they took the gun though. But yeah. So rest in peace to both of them. Rest in peace to both of them. But I'm just saying, man. I need to do a video on that. Like, if somebody, I don't do shit to fuck with nobody though. It ain't no reason for a motherfucker to show up in front of my house talking cash shit. I know they still do shit like that to this day. But if let me ask y'all something. If something happened and you got motherfuckers showing up in front of your house talking cash shit, motherfuckers, bring your ass on out here. Bring your ass out here. I'm gonna beat your ass, and they just threatening. How would y'all handle that situation? I think with me, if somebody for whatever reason did some shit like that, I don't think I would feed into it, man. Because if I go out there and if they on my property, you got a right here in Michigan to confront them. You know what I'm saying? We got the castle doctrine here and stand your ground here in Michigan. But it depends on the situation because, you know, at the same time, you don't want to look like no punk. If you got a motherfucker on your property and they telling you to bring your ass out there and, you know, but if them motherfuckers got a gun, number one, call the police. Number two, I would say avoid the situation. Just look like a bitch. Look like a bitch, man. Because if they got a gun and you got one and you going out there to confront them, it's going to be a shootout. And it ain't going to end well. You feel me? So that's what I'm saying. What I touched on earlier is that you can't let your emotions overrule your intelligence, man. Sometimes you got to swallow your pride and be a free man, because if the minute some shit happen and they might say, you know, if you go out there and you confront that person, you got a gun, they got a gun, and a shootout happen, and you know it might be somebody innocent get caught in the crossfire. You just never know how that shit gonna end. So, but what you do know, if you stay in your crib, you call the police, and you know you got your freedom, you know you ain't got shit to lose. That's what I would recommend, and personally, that's what I would do. Now, if you got them motherfuckers shooting in your house or trying to kick in your door, that's a whole nother level right there. That's a whole nother story. You send their asses to Funky Town. Put the threat down. I don't advocate no killing, but put the fucking threat down. I mean, you got. I've seen stories where people don't got into it, don't showed up to other people's houses and shit. Don't, you know, people don't got killed. That shit happened a few years back across the street from where my sister stayed at, and 2 people got killed behind that shit, man. When I showed up over there to go pick my sister up, man, you can still see the blood. Was all on my sister's husband's car. The dude blood, they got, I think it was a woman that got killed and a dude that got killed. So you just never know how a situation, you got to be smart enough, tactical enough to be like, look, if I do this, this shit could go left. You know what I'm saying? It might not even be been your intention, but because you chose that path, you got to try to think ahead and be like, well, if I do this, what could possibly go wrong? What if I go out there with my gun and, you know, they got their gun, soon as they see me, what if they, you know, soon as they see me with my gun, they might automatically go to shooting at me or something. Anything could you got to almost predict what's going to happen or try to predict what could go wrong. So my thing is, a situation like that, don't let nobody break your cool. Call the police, because I'm not saying, I'm not advocating never calling the police, because they're going to get involved one way or the other. What I'm saying is, I say this: if somebody's trying to break in your home, you handle business, then you call the police. You feel me? But in a situation like that, as long as they're not a personal threat to your life or your family's life, and they're not trying to come in your house, let the police handle that shit. But and it's easy. I can see somebody like, nah, I ain't dealing with that. Ain't nobody gonna come on my property and threaten me and all that. Then what's the alternatives to that? What are your options to that? You gonna go out there and have a shootout with them and potentially get killed, or you kill them? How that's gonna look in court when you left the safety of your home to confront somebody? Even though here in Michigan you got the right, they still gonna try to lock you up for that shit, because they're gonna look at it like you can't really say it's a self-defense situation, because you could have just stayed behind your locking door in your house and called the police. So it's very tricky, very slippery slope that you can slip and get in a fucked up situation. You feel me? But I feel you, T-Day Lock. You know, avoid that shit at all costs. What up, though, Fox Firearms nephew? What's good? What's good with it? Nucker, Lopez, Cuba. What's up? Shout out to Cuba. Shout out to Cuba. Ain't that a bitch, man? We ain't Gun Freak Nation. We Gun Freak International. Salute to Cuba. Shit. Tactical Manly. What up, though? Let me see. It's crazy, bro. She lives in Virginia Beach with her husband, who absolutely won't get a gun either. I'm in Jacksonville, Florida with my sons. I'm 28, live alone, but I got my son's mom on board. Hey, I salute you for being a good father, and I don't know what the deal is with your mom's husband, because I feel like every man and every woman should have a firearm. Man, anything can happen, man. Whether it's the breakdown of society, whether if this government collapse, you gotta have a means, a tool to be able to defend yourself, man. Look what happened back in 2020 when all these restrictions and stuff was placed on us, and curfews, and it was crazy. So you need to have some type of weapon in case of a shit hit the fan emergency where this government may collapse or anything can go down. You never want to be in a situation where you dependent on somebody to come and rescue you. LA, Detroit, what's good with it? Appreciate you. Oh, Trump gonna be in Michigan tonight? That's what's up. President, my gun has saved me 3 times. Wow. That's what's up, brother. You gotta have one. You got to have one. For real, straight up. We need Trump to understand our Second Amendment movement to be able to defend ourselves. Yes, we do. A lot of people they criticize Trump for the bump stock ban that I guess he the one that signed in place. But what they need to realize is that he was under tremendous political pressure, I believe, because that motherfucker shooter in Vegas. Y'all know what I'm talking about, when that crazy motherfucker went up in that hotel in Vegas and gunned down all them people at that concert. I think like 60 people was killed. So bump stops, I don't think they banned anymore, but a lot of people blame Trump for getting that ban set in place, and because of that, a lot of people say that's how they was able to go after the braces, even though Texas knocked that shit out the water and shut that shit down. Shout out to Texas, the great state of Texas. You feel me? I love you, Texas. But it's a difference between Trump and Biden, where I feel like in Biden's case, it's sinister. This motherfucker really want to make a legacy of like just being the most strictest, most anti-gun president ever. You feel me? And it's a difference. He want to make that his legacy, that he got the new assault weapons ban passed, or he don't want us to have certain types of firearms because they look scary, or it's a so-called assault rifle. It is bullshit, because he's a hypocrite, because that motherfucker is surrounded by guns every single day. They got the best of the best, and what's good for you should be good for us. And if it's legal for us, then we should be able to have it without you being up our asses. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what they fucking agenda is, but anytime when a government don't want me to have something, then guess what? Don't want us to have something, then we need to have it. We need to have it. So, you know, uh fuck Biden and his anti-gun ways. I'm not down with the shit. When I started disliking him, it was a few years ago, maybe like 4 or 5 years ago, when he was running for president and Biden was here in Michigan, somewhere in Michigan. He was at a plant, a factory or a plant, and one of the workers had approached him about, you know, Biden was talking all that shit. Yeah, when I get in office, I'm gonna ban, you know, the AR-15. I'm gonna make it hard for him and all that. And Biden, like, he simply asked Biden a simple question like, "Are you gonna try to take away our AR-15?" Biden got in his face like he was ready to knock the motherfucker out. I'm like, God damn. I'm like, and at that time, I was just now really getting into collecting guns and stuff at that time. And I'm like, man, it's kind of fucked up that you can sit on your high horse and try to tell people what to do and tell people what's best, what you think that's best for them. And I noticed with the Democrats, and I'm neither a Democrat or a Republican, man. Both of them will fuck you over. You really can't trust no politician. You feel me? Including Trump, but Trump is a million times better than Biden, if you ask me. I don't give a fuck where he stick his dick at. It don't affect my household, or it ain't you know, I can give two fucks. I don't care. But what I've noticed about these Democrats is this motherfucking Democrat party, in my opinion, they've been on some bullshit ever since that party was formed. And them motherfuckers, they love to get people, they like to lie and hype shit up, and they do a lot of fear mongering. They try to scare people to win they votes over and shit. Like they going around now. The hot topic now that the talking points for the Democratic Party now, they're getting on all these liberal ass news media channels. Oh, if you elect Trump, you about to give up your freedom. If you elect Trump, if you vote for Trump, it's gonna be a civil war. If you vote for Trump, you're gonna end. He's gonna destroy democracy. If you vote for Trump, he's gonna be a dictator. And people is believing that bullshit. Like, come on, man, give America more credit than that. Like, really, they actually going on TV and making these ads and shit, actually saying that shit. And Trump already been president. He already been president. And the person that really don't fuck this country up and the borders and shit being invaded that's wide open, it's the motherfucker that's in office right now. That motherfucker is the one that's destroying the fucking country and, you know, having it invaded it. And how can you try to stop a situation when you are promising people, look, you make it over in this motherfucker, look, we gonna give you money, we gonna give you some EBT, we gonna give you a money card, we gonna, you know, you can just go up in the old house and I'm not by no means judging or knocking nobody that really righteously is coming over here to be righteous and have a better life. We don't do that here in God Free Nation. But we're talking about the fucking savages, the criminals that's coming over here to rape and commit crime. We already got enough already over here, American savages, right? Then we got terrorists that, you know, it's rumored that they supposed to, you know, do some attacks, possibly to fuck up the election, and you just never know. But they ride open, and we got some dumb motherfuckers that still, Trump ain't been president in 4 years, and they still want to blame Trump for the border crisis. I just don't get it because all I remember when Trump was in office, he was talking about building the wall. Remember? Well, well, shit. I guess that wall. Look what happened when Sleepy Joe took power. You feel me? So I mean, it's just a fucking mess. You feel me? It's a fucking mess. Justice! What's good with it? Happy I found your channel. I'm in Novi, Michigan. Reach out and we can meet up for our subscribers. Hey, that would be nice, Justice. Justice, do you know how to shoot a gun? Do you have a firearm? I mean, it ain't got to be about that. But I'm kind of a gun tuber. I preach that everyone should own some sort of firearm to protect themselves from these savages. You know what I'm saying? And I hope you got one too, Justice. I hope you have one because they really, look at women and they automatically see a soft target. You feel me? So I hope that you are armed. Yeah. Yeah. I feel you, Carol. Shout out to Carol. Shout out to all of the women of Gun Freak Nation. I hope you beautiful women are, armed, okay? Because they looking at y'all as easy marks. And here in Detroit and Michigan, in the state of Michigan, last year it was so many women got killed, whether it was by a crazy motherfucker they was dating and they found out the motherfucker was crazy and they tried to break up with him and the motherfucker wouldn't let the shit go and a lot of women were murdered last year, at least about 14 to 15 women killed. So y'all really need to arm up. Y'all really need to strap up and be and train with that firearm because it's too many of y'all being beat on and just being murdered. Send that. Don't let that motherfucker. People when you meet a person, they typically, be on their best behavior, and then gradually over time, when you really get to know them, man, their true colors come out, and then you be like, oh shit, let me get away from this motherfucker. But then he don't want to get away from you, and next thing you know, he's stalking you at your job. He pulling up at your house, and you trying to go to the police and file a personal protection. That shit don't mean nothing because unless the police is actually there guarding your house 24 hours. So since that's not gonna happen, it's up to you to get out there and get you a firearm and be able to protect your life because it's so much worth it. Because when that savage break in on you and he raping you or strangling you to death and you feel your life leaving your body, get you a gun and send us ass to Funky Town. We lost I believe was it a 2-year-old baby. 1-year-old baby was killed last year by a savage. The mama was dating him. She broke up with him. The crazy motherfucker showed up, pulled the home invasion on her, and was in there beating her, choking her to death, trying to kill her. She managed to break free and ran off and left her baby. The fucking savage took the baby, drove the baby all the way to Detroit, took the baby girl to an alley, and took a iPhone charger cord and strangled the baby to death. And the police caught his ass, but I would have sent that bastard to Funky Town. That shit hurt me. But I'm gonna say something that when all that shit happened, they had they was having visuals and all that shit. And what I noticed with these preachers and all that, they were saying was that oh, rest in peace and we got to stop the violence, but nobody said that women should arm up. Nobody said we should take this as an example. You need to go out and buy a firearm. So, because I'm gonna tell you this, if she would have been armed and knew her gun and trained with that gun, she could have put that threat down. She could have sent that savage to Funky Town. You understand? And then me personally, I'm not gonna ever leave. If I'm in a situation like that, I'm not gonna ever fucking leave my kid behind. If I'm on, if I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die trying to. I'm gonna die right there with my kid. I'm gonna die trying to rescue my kid and take my kid. I'm not gonna fucking run off and leave my kid there while I'm running to try to get help. If I'm gonna fucking die, it's gonna be me and my kid dying together, and we gonna be fighting this motherfucker. I'm gonna fight till I die. I'm not gonna fucking run off and leave my kid. That's not gonna fucking happen. It ain't gonna fucking happen. It couldn't be me. That's all I'm saying. I'm not gonna fucking leave my kid. And I know it sounds like I'm criticizing her, which I'm fucking am. I don't give a fuck what the circumstances is. You do not leave your fucking kid behind in a situation like that when you're dealing with a crazy motherfucker like that. So get fucking armed. It just fucks with me and makes me angry that shit happened. And but she shouldn't have never ran off and left her kid, man. And she got to live with that for the rest of her life, it's just my opinion on it. You feel me? But listen. Seven Chinese warrior divisions have already via Trojan horse. Oh man, man. Listen, man. I feel like we are headed into some unprecedented times where the shit really gonna hit the fan. Not only get armed, but get supplied up on your food, stock up on your food, stock up on your medicine, stock up on your medical kits, whatever. Just be prepared, because guess what? If you prepared, you ain't got to get ready. You feel me? Anyway, Gun Freak Nation, I love y'all. Salute to the women of Gun Freak Nation. Salute to everybody. You know what I'm saying? It's all about love. I don't give a fuck what country you from, what culture, what color you are. It's the righteous against the evil, okay? The righteous against the corrupt. And right now we dealing with a lot of corrupt, unrighteous bullshit. You feel me? So just keep your head on the swivel. And just remember, man, just protect yourself, you and your family at all times, because the shit can go down. It can happen anytime. You could be going to the store and the motherfucker try to carjack you. Like, I'm gonna say this again. If they get the drop on you, give it up. But if them motherfuckers trying to take you to a second location, if they trying to move you to another location, you better make that your last stand, because if you allow them to take you to another location, they're gonna rape you, they're gonna torture you, and then they're gonna kill you. Because all they trying to do is just get you somewhere private where ain't nobody else is around, no other people, and it's a reason why they're trying to do it. So if somebody get the drop on you, make that your last stand, because die fighting versus being tortured like Shannon Christian and Chris Newsom, or like Mahogany Jackson was just killed like that like a couple of months ago. They she was brutally like raped and murdered by so-called friends, people she thought was her friends, and they did horrible things to her. Shannon Christian, Chris Newsom, they were carjacked and kidnapped and just raped. Both of them. The man was raped too. Brutally raped, I mean, this went beyond. If you go search up autopsy for Shannon Christian, and you will see what I'm talking about. Brutally, just tortured, raped and tortured. So it was horrible. So can't nobody tell me that there's no such thing as a savage, okay? Because what happened to her makes my blood boil, literally. But anyway, God Freak Nation, I love you. Once again, Darth Vader, thank you for that donation. I appreciate it more than you will ever know. Thank you, Sean Scott, for the donations yesterday. Y'all really showed your boy T that you really love me and appreciate you. And thank you. It ain't about the donations, but the donations really help. And I appreciate it and I show my gratitude. Um, Thank you for everybody that tuned in, that even fuck with Gun Freak Nation. That's members, Gun Freak Nation members. Listen, man, be the best version of yourself that you can ever be. Don't let nobody break your cool. Don't let nobody tell you you ain't shit. Don't let nobody, anything negative, man. Tell them to miss me with that bullshit. Cause you still a child of God, and you are somebody, and your life matters. All lives matter. All right, all lives matter. So we love everybody regardless of it doesn't matter. We don't cast no kind of judgment here in God Freak Nation. All right, so treat people how you want to be treated, but it's a lot of evil people in this world, a lot of savages. So just be ready to protect yourself. Okay, that's all I'm saying. Don't fight back. Fight back. Give yourself a chance. You only get one shot at this thing called life. Because I don't know not one person that have passed and came back to talk about it. Okay, so this is valuable right here. This is precious. So protect it at all costs. That's all I'm saying. Gun Freak Nation, I love you. Stay armed. Uh, Stay responsible with your firearms. Stay righteous. And be ready to send that funky ass savage, that dirty, low down, stinking ass, evil, dirty, devil, go back to hell. Send them the funky time. I love you, Gun Freak Nation. Y'all the best. You hear me? Stay safe out there, y'all. Remember, a lot of people woke up that morning and they didn't make it to see the next day. Nobody is promised tomorrow. We were all born to die, but we're going to try to be here as long as we can. We would love to all live to die of old age. But these stinking ass savages out here don't have a problem trying to short our life, shortcut our lives. You know what I'm saying? Don't cut your life short, man. Be ready at all times against these demonic ass bastards that's out there, because you just never know. And especially you women, like I say, they really look at you as a soft target. Like the woman, the savage broke in her house and she had a gun, but because she wasn't mentally ready, the savage was like, listen, you gonna have to kill me. I'm here for one thing and one thing only, and that's me to have my way with you, to rape you, and I'll be gentle. She had the gun aimed at him, aimed at his head, but she didn't have it in her heart to send that bastard to Funky Town. And he took the gun and he raped her. He raped her. Got away with it. She called the police. Police didn't do nothing. That motherfucker was back 2 days later, raping her again. That poor lady had to move out of her apartment. All right? So you have to, it's easier said than done. You have to, when you, having a firearm is a great responsibility because it's a deadly weapon, okay? And if you can't be taking nobody's life over no property. If I see somebody breaking out my window and stealing my car right now, I'm not going to take their life over. It's property. It's just morally, I'm not going to do it. I ain't never been one of them type, oh, you step foot on my property, I'm going to send your ass to function. Oh, I got the right to do this and do that. No, fuck all that. I'm only going to use deadly force if deadly force is coming my way, aimed at me. You feel me? So, but listen, you got to be mentally ready to drop that hammer, to pull that trigger, because she was supposed to have sent that motherfucker to Funky Town. You feel me? Because he could have strangled her, he could have had AIDS or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You can't take no chances. Never bet your life on what if. Like a lot of people like, well, that's what 911 is for. 911 is for if You know somebody breaking in, all I gotta do is call 911, and you gonna bet your life on that, on that the police get there in time to save you? Hell no, fuck no, it can't be me. And it ain't gonna be me, and it shouldn't be y'all. So stay armed. If you are watching this and you got a firearm, salute, give a salute to yourself, pat your arm back, give yourself a pat on the back. And then for those ignorant people, because a lot of people have tried to gun shame you. I call it gun shaming. Oh, there's something wrong with you. You got a gun, or you got all these guns. It's something wrong with you. You crazy. You know, you're gonna be one of them people that snap and go on a mess. Fuck them. Cause they the first assholes that's gonna be begging for help when them savages get they stinking asses. You feel me? So fuck them. When they come, you know, banging on your door, when the shit hit the fan, them same motherfuckers that talk to all that shit, them anti-gun nuts, anti-gun motherfuckers, hey, fuck them. Let them not, and let them get what's coming to them, goddammit, because they chose not to get armed. But anyway, God Freak Nation, I love you. Darth Vader, thank you. Thank you for that donation. You hear me? Thank you for the donation. I appreciate you. Godfrey Nation salute. I love y'all. I love you. You feel me? I love you. Thank you kindly. I appreciate you. You feel me? Hey, man. Shit, I wish I was strong like Mike Tyson. Goddamn it. I love you, Godfrey Nation. Salute, baby. I love y'all. Be safe out there. And remember, keep your head on the swivel, because we was blessed to see another day. You feel me? So I love y'all, God Freak Nation. Stay safe out there, everybody. I appreciate you. Much love and respect. Love y'all. Salute.